actually we're on the hour. So let's just settle into our meditation posture. We're going to do a meditation on developing love this morning. Okay, so it's a follow-on for meditation on equanimity. So we'll do a little meditation on equanimity first, as we've always been doing. So just check your feet. They're flat on the... if your legs are down, make sure they're not... your ankles aren't crossed. So the feet would be either flat on the floor in a parallel position or with a cushion underneath. Sorry, I'm just going to unpin myself here. 1 sec. Alright, there we are now. I can see you all. And if you're sitting in the regular cross-legged position, just make sure you're comfortable. So you can have something firm underneath your sit bones, perhaps raising your hips up a little bit. And if your knees and hips are tight, I'd put something underneath, like a cushion underneath each knee. So that the idea is not to be sitting in the perfect cross-legged position. You just need to be comfortable. Hands are in the meditation mudra, right hand in the left with the thumbs touching. Shoulders nicely aligned with the hips. And if you can, just glide your ears up and back to align with your shoulder. So your head. So your head isn't kind of sticking forward. This is one thing that throws our alignment out. The head is extremely heavy, maybe 10 something more pounds. So if it's not sitting correctly in alignment with the spine, this is where we start to get kind of postural problems. In terms of meditation, you want the energy in the body to be flowing nicely, easily. So, and aligned as much as we can, aligning our body really helps with that. So imagine now your spine is a string of pearls of light stretching from the base all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. And you can imagine somebody is standing above you or behind you, very gently lengthening your spine. And just put some air in between those vertebrae. And imagine the head is heading towards the ceiling, the crown. Your head is slightly tipped forward, eyes are down, looking along the length of the nose. Tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Relax the jaw. Let's bring our awareness to the crown of the head. Relax the scalp, the forehead, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the area around the mouth. Relax the back of the head, the scalp. Release any tension in your neck, shoulders. And just let your shoulder blades just drop down. So you're relaxing the upper thoracic area and your back. And relax your chest and the belly, just let your belly go. And your limbs, hands, fingers, feet and toes. And bring the mind to the breath. Noticing the sensation of the cool air as you're breathing in. And slightly warmer as you're exhaling. If there are any sounds in your environment, either in your house or your apartment or outside, just allow those sounds to be there as much as you can without being distracted. So our tendency is to immediately, with our mind, go off to check out that bird, that dog, that emergency vehicle. Try instead, just allow them to be there. And also there may be somebody in your house right now making breakfast. So you could be smelling toast or coffee or something. So if you're smelling anything, also notice what the mind's doing there, running off to have breakfast. So try and keep this sense, try not to engage to the point where it's distracting you. And then your own thoughts, your feelings, and just notice them as they arise. They'll abide for a moment and then they'll dissipate. So just allow them. Try not to engage or criticize yourself, others. Just notice what happens when you let those thoughts go rather than engaging with them. And bring the mind back to the breath. So let's bring to mind our friends, family, our loved ones. You can bring them here with you if you like. And then there's those ones you don't like terribly much. In the text they put them in the enemy category, and then there's your strangers. These are the people we're generally indifferent to. It's good always to remember, particularly the ones we love, to not take them for granted. Because in this particular teaching on equanimity, they can change places at any time, the friend, the enemy, and the stranger. So our relationships do change. So another thing to think about with these three groups of people is that they're all equal. They're all deserving of our equal concern. Because they all want to be happy just like us. No one wants to suffer. And they all have this unbelievable capacity for this enlightened mind, just like us. So bring the mind to the breath and welcome Nina as we move into our 9-round breathing. So just remember, as you're breathing in, first of all through the right nostril, blissful, radiant, white light. And as you're breathing in, if you wish, you can just count to 3 or 4 or 5, whatever works for you, and pause at the top of the breath. And then as you're breathing out, you can equalize the out breath. And as you're breathing out through the left, you breathe out all your energy of attachment, addiction energy, whether it's to chocolate or to computer games or to movies. You know when you've gone too far. And then the not feeling enough, anxiety, not wanting more things, feeling needy, all this kind of energy. You breathe that out as thick black yucky smoke. Do that 3 times and breathe in through the left nostril, blissful radiant white light, pausing at the top of the breath. And then breathe out all your anger, depression, wishing to harm, jealousy, bitterness, all these kinds of emotions, and breathe that out as thick black yucky smoke. Do that 3 times. And then breathe in through both nostrils, blissful radiant white light, pausing at the top of the breath. And then breathe out all of your ignorance energy, not knowing the way things exist truly, not understanding this idea of things being dependent arisings, cause and effect, and not understanding karma. And you do that 3 times. So So I think we'll just do one round today and do in your own time. So when you're finished, just bring the mind back to the breath and just feel. So love is also called loving kindness. You'll hear that term often in different Buddhist traditions. So this is wanting others to be happy. When you love someone, you naturally want them to be happy. And it's a natural quality of our mind. This is this quality we have within us all the time. But until we try and develop it a little bit further through our meditation, we tend to just reserve this feeling of love for the people we're close to, a few select individuals, and usually those that we are particularly attached to. So genuine love is universal, extending to everyone without exception. And although we totally agree with this idea in principle, when it comes down to it, it's a little bit difficult, particularly to those people that we don't like or are indifferent to. So does love arise spontaneously toward everybody you meet in the supermarket, on the street, in the traffic? That same feeling that you have for your loved ones. Politicians we don't like, parents who abuse their children, people who start wars, people who harm us. So we can see we don't have this equal love for everybody. It's something we need to try and develop. So we can start by the people that we meet, the people we have day to day, contact with who aren't in our immediate family or friends, loved ones. And notice our reactions to these people that we encounter in the supermarket, on the street. So what arises in your mind? Attraction, aversion, indifference. So as long as we continue to discriminate between those we love, those we like, those we don't like, those we don't care about, we aren't going to be able to make that first step. So we did a little bit of meditation on equanimity this morning. We just touched on it briefly. So one way to counteract these ideas that we have in our mind, these conceptions we have about people, which are generally misconceptions, is to think along the lines of how we just did this morning: the friend, the enemy, the stranger. So start the meditation again now, imagining all the beings of your life and all living beings around you. So your mother is on your left, your father is on your right, and all your other relatives and friends are around and behind you. And visualize in front those people who you don't like or who have hurt you. And interestingly, it might be that if you've done this meditation before, or you've done any kind of equanimity meditation with me or with anyone, when you put that enemy in front, it might be a different person every time. So sometimes the enemy that you had one time you did the meditation may no longer be that enemy. It might be a friend now. So it's good to make a note of that. Extending in every direction, all the way to the horizon and beyond, are all other beings. So as much as you can, really try and feel they are all there, in human form, sitting quietly like you. And imagine as many as you can comfortably. And try and stay relaxed. Not crowded or tense. And imagine there's a sense of harmony pervading this whole group of people that you're imagining in your mind. So imagine now how amazing it would be if you were able to generate love for all these beings. So imagine, remember how everyone wants to be happy and to avoid suffering, just like you do. And everyone's just trying their best. They're just trying to make the best out of the life they have. Even those who are violent and angry, they may just not have quite the right idea. Now generate a feeling of love in your heart. And you can do this by thinking of someone you love, and let your good feelings towards that person arise. And you might also imagine your love as a warm, bright light, not physical but pure, positive energy glowing in your heart. So we all know this idea that before we can love others, we need to truly love ourselves. So that means just accepting you as you are, meeting yourself where you're at today and just accepting that. You may have people in your life who do that for you as well. So just recognize your own, whatever you're coming with today, your own faults, your own this, your own that. But also recognizing that you have the potential to free yourself from all your problems. So wish yourself all the happiness and the goodness there is. And imagine that warm energy in your heart expanding until it completely fills your body and your mind. So if you notice that you might have a habit of being critical and judgmental of yourself, even angry, it might take time to sort of become even aware of those thoughts, let alone trying to turn them around. But you can give yourself some words. May I be happy. May I have what I need to feel happy, safe, loved, and satisfied. And gradually these thoughts and feelings will grow and become genuine. And just for now, it's enough to remember to say these words to yourself. May I be happy. May I have what I need to feel safe, happy, loved, and satisfied. So now meditate on love for others. So you can start with your family and close friends who are sitting near you and say in your mind things like, may you be happy. May you have what you need to feel happy, safe, loved, and satisfied. May all your thoughts and experiences be good. May you be free of problems, free of sickness and sadness. And may your lives be peaceful and long, and may you quickly reach enlightenment. And so imagine the warm, luminous energy radiating from your body and touching them and filling their bodies and minds and bringing them happiness. And again, don't worry if you don't actually feel love. It's enough to say these words and think these thoughts. And in time, the feelings will come. So next, think of the people that you're not so close with. They could be the people you work with, and neighbours, people in the supermarket, people driving on the road. And reflect that just like you, they want to be happy, and they deserve to be happy. And see if you can feel the wish for them to be happy by thinking, may you be happy. May you have what you need to feel happy, safe, loved, and cared for. May all your thoughts be positive and your experiences be good. May you be free of problems, sickness, and sadness. May your lives be long and peaceful, and may you quickly reach enlightenment. And then send them radiant energy of love from your heart, and imagine they're experiencing the happiness that they wish for. Now turn your attention to the people in front of you, those ones that you have some difficulty with. And just contemplate this idea that perhaps they also need and deserve your love. This doesn't mean you have to invite them to your house, become their friend straight away. But just contemplate the idea they're deserving of your concern, perhaps. And wish them to be free of the confusion, the anger, the self-centeredness that drive them to act the way they do. Because you know, if they're behaving like this with you, they're probably like this with everyone. Maybe they don't have so many friends. They could be lonely and sad, depressed even. So really develop a wish in your mind for them to have peace of mind, to have happiness, and finally enlightenment. And really try and feel sincerely, may you be happy. May you have what you need to feel happy, safe, loved, and satisfied. May all your thoughts be positive and all your experiences good, and may you be free of all problems, sicknesses, and sadness. May your lives be long and peaceful, and may you quickly reach enlightenment. And imagine now that radiant energy of love flows from your heart to them, and they experience the happiness they wish for. So continue to send your positive, warm feelings out to all the people around you. Love is an unlimited source of energy. So you don't worry, it's going to run out. Completely open your heart and imagine your love flowing to every direction and touching all the beings who are lonely, sick, hungry, confused, oppressed, frustrated, frightened. So perhaps you can reach out and touch someone in Ukraine. Is there a child you can hug? Is there someone in China or Hong Kong who has COVID? Maybe you can hold their hand. Maybe they're frightened. And just imagine that as you're touching them with this good energy from your heart, the suffering disappears and their minds become peaceful, they relax. They become full of pure happiness. And wish for them to have every good experience, from the satisfaction of ordinary needs, just being able to go to the supermarket and buy an apple, all the way to enlightenment. So really try and feel this love going out and expanding. So we'll conclude the session by thinking definitely that we have the potential to love everyone. even those who annoy you or hurt you, and those you don't even know. And generate a strong wish for all those people to be happy. And dedicate all the positive energy you've created this morning to all the people of your life and to all the sentient beings around you. Okay, everyone. I could have gone on for another 5 minutes, but we're at the hour. Okay, lots of love. Thank you so much for your time and your attention, and I look forward to seeing some of you tonight. Okay, thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.